I'm Seth.
And I'm Drew.
And this is
Nerd Meeting the Nerd.
Welcome back, everyone. We're playing Animal Crossing New Horizon. This is on the IGN Top 100 games, video games of all time. And I don't know. This is just a nice little chill week, man. Like we're being relaxed and groovy and just having a good time.
I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but we typically record on Saturdays.
Yes.
So, and in the morning. So
Yes.
this is like give me that Saturday morning chill cartoon vibe, like just hanging out.
Yes.
Like my best bro spent the night last night. We stayed up a little bit too late, well past midnight. And we just woke up and we're playing a little bit of Animal Crossing. Like that's how I'm going into this, you know? Like whoa.
Oh my lord, dude. Okay. So to make just a tall garden rock, I have to find 60 stones. That is insane, dude.
Wow.
Okay, let's talk to little Timmy here.
Greg.
And,
Welcome, Greg. All right.
Greg.
All right, question.
Yep.
Have you seen 2001 A Space Odyssey?
Yeah, I have.
And what did you think?
Dude, it's boring.
It's like on the list of like one of the best movies ever made.
I know.
For its like significance to, special effects and things. That's the big takeaway for me with that movie is like it predates Star Wars A New Hope. And you can see a lot of Star Wars A New Hope in that movie. Like
absolutely
modeling and whatnot.
My problem with it was the overhyping of it. Like everyone was just, like, oh, it's a masterpiece. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I watched it when I was younger. And I was so like, whatever, you know what I mean? And that's just me being like a punk kid. And that sort of spoiled it for me now. Cause I'm just like, man, it's boring. And
I'm glad I didn't watch it when I was a kid. I literally just recently watched it and it is slow.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, all I could think about, I don't know if you'll recall this, but like there's not a ton of dialogue in it by any cinema standards. Like that was kind of a thing, like that Stanley Kubrick, right? Is that how you say his last name? I know that's sacrilege. Because he's done some great movies. But he did that on purpose. It's got a lot of scores, a lot of like symphonic orchestral music, which is cool and epic. But like you're sitting there thinking like, okay, when are they going to talk? The thing that killed it for me is, if you recall, there's this huge sequence at the beginning. I swear, dude, you don't see a person, an actual human being, for like 25 minutes in the beginning. It's all about monkeys.
Right.
And I think what he's trying to say is like, look how far the human race has come. You know what I mean? It's like a reference to, what is the word for that? We came from monkeys, according to science.
But if we came from monkeys, then why are monkeys still around?
I know, dude. I don't even want to get into that, bro, for fear that I'll look dumb.
No, I get that.
Yeah, I don't even know. These are things that I don't really think a lot about that. But yeah, 2001: A Space Odyssey. I watched it recently. The modeling is really cool. I mean, one thing I appreciate about movies like that, and I'll use Alien, the first Alien movie, as a better example, I think, because it's more. I like that movie better.
Okay.
But dude, just like the practical effects in that movie are just so freaking good. It even holds up today, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
It does. And it's very well done, and the props are made in such a way where they're using practical stuff.
You believe it.
Well, yeah, but they're using like everyday stuff, and they're just kind of like slapping extra crap on there. And if you look at the props or whatever outside of the film, you're like, oh, yeah, that's just like a toy blaster with like duct tape and a cigarette pack attached to it, and you're like, weird. But that's the beauty of prop makers, dude. They can work magic with junk.
Dude, I went to I won't name the convention, but I went to a horror convention last year for the first time, and
Big Bob's Macabre.
Bob's Horror Con. But dude, they had an entire section. It was actually in the basement of the convention center, which made it even more spooky. But all it was just mask makers. And dude,
Oh,
some
that's
of these
awesome.
masks, man, like they had an alien, like a mother mask,
The xenomorph.
and it was so freaking awesome. I want to say it was like $8,000 or something crazy like that.
Oh, dude.
But it was amazing.
Yeah.
But it looked, I mean, we're talking every mask in this, like, exhibit was for sale for
Of course.
exorbitant amount of money, but also movie quality. Like, it was insane, dude.
Well, and that's something that I would totally get down on. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger, I did a lot of cool stuff for Halloween, like Halloween costumes and whatever. And then at one point, I got this like really cool Wolfman mask. And then the next year I got these like Wolfman hands, and like then I was just the Wolfman for like 5 Halloweens in a row.
Yeah, dude.
And it was a really good mask. The problem with any of that stuff is based on the material that they make it out of. It either like kind of gets like hard and crispy and then starts to like flake apart, and then you're just like, oh man,
That
like,
happens to the best of us, but yeah.
yeah. Well, that's the human experience right there.
It's an analogy for what we're all going to experience, but you experienced it through Halloween costume.
Through Wolfman mask. But yeah, dude. And so I eventually got rid of it, which sucks. But like I had one of those little styrofoam heads that you put like wigs on or whatever. I had that like with the mask on it. Like that thing was on display in my room for a long time, and it kind of spooked some people whenever they'd like pop into my room. My room, even now, is just like a weird, eclectic amalgamation of fandoms and oddities.
I like being eclectic. It's so random. It comes together and works. That's the best. That's the best decorative style, in my opinion. Dude, this just gets me thinking. 2 things. I really want a Link costume.
Yeah.
And my mom is a bit of a seamstress. I may have mentioned that on the channel before. Been sewing her whole life, and she's very talented at it. I don't know why she didn't pursue it as a career, but she just likes to do it for fun, and I think that's cool. But she's really good at it. And one Halloween, when my oldest son was younger, it was probably like 5. This would have been, I don't know, like
Your
8.
older son was younger son?
Yeah, something like that. However I said that. But she made him a Link costume. And basically, dude,
that's so cool.
She created it. We just sent her pictures of Link, and he was like Twilight Princess Link.
Okay.
If you can imagine that, like
Solid
the big,
Link.
long, like dark stocking and stuff. And she just created it from pictures and like just piecemealing patterns together that sort of looked like those like tunics and things.
That's awesome.
And I best Halloween costume ever. Freaking awesome. I'm like, Mom, you could charge someone serious money to make this costume for their children. And then, so I want to be Link for Halloween this year. And I'm probably just going to con my mother into making me the costume. I have a sewing machine too. I'm more of a mender. Like if you're like, hey, there's a hole in this thing, can you mend it for me? I can do that. But it's hard. I can't make stuff very well. I don't have a lot of those types of projects under my belt, but my mother could help me. But dude, the second point I wanted to make is I really want to get into cosplay, much to my wife's dismay. Yeah, dude. Like I think cosplaying is cool. I don't understand it. Maybe that's why there's like this like mysticism around it for me. But I'm like, you get these folks together and they're all dressing up as their favorite characters and they're very passionate about it. I dig passion in general, but yeah, something about cosplaying, dude. Like, I don't know if you've ever had a chance to actually cosplay anything.
Outside of the Wolfman, no.
Yeah, dude. That's why I wanted to ask that, because it sounds like you guys are pretty serious about your Wolfman costume.
Well, and dude, and I mean, it was very straightforward. I mean, because I like flannel shirt, jeans, mask, hands. That was it. Like straight up. That's all you need for a Wolfman. But yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to get into cosplay, and when I was a bigger dude, it was, I'm like, who am I going to be? Hagrid? And like, I love Hagrid. Like, I think I would make a decent Hagrid. But when I was younger, I don't know if everybody has like costume shops in their city, but we have one. It's huge. It's this like massive warehouse that's open all year. and it's like a Halloween. It's like Spirit Halloween, but like awesome.
Yeah, with quality stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they have like cheap junk and then like quality stuff. Like I could go there and legitimately rent a Batman suit from any of the movies that have been out.
Nice.
And I mean, it's like, you know, $1,000 for like a weekend or something. Yeah, dude. I mean, but it's, you know, like film quality jazz.
It's
you
made
know,
out
like,
of leather. Like several cows had to die to make that costume.
Depending on the suit, it's, you know, like rubber, you know?
Oh, true that.
Oh, dang it, dude. I get so excited with the fishing thing that I often end up screwing myself out of catching a fish.
Yeah, you scare it away. Much, you know, that's my angler career as well in real life, unfortunately.
Yeah, I fished in days of yesteryear. Yeah, not so much now. It's not like a pastime that I am longing to recreate at this point.
Well, there's this great quote that I'm going to butcher. It's basically like you think that fishing is about catching fish, and you realize that it's just about getting out there and just quiet. And it's just there's serenity in being next to the water, and whether it's lakes or rivers or I just, you know, is that freaking Donkey Kong, bro?
I mean, he's kind of a bro. I don't remember his name. Let's go talk to him. My name is Broy.
I could just see this in like the Nintendo think tank. They're like, okay, we need some characters for this game. It's called Animal Crossing. Let's just recreate Donkey Kong in this game, but we'll change it up just enough.
Yeah, well, speaking of recreating Donkey Kong, so the like trailer for the Switch, you know, came out or whatever, and like so many people picked out, like, because there's the new Mario Kart like 9 that's coming out with the launch of the Switch, and dude, go find a picture of Donkey Kong. He looks so like derpy and weird, dude. He's just like it's
probably AI
so
generated,
gross.
dude.
I don't know, man. Like it seems like they made a choice with that, and it's not great. Like it doesn't look like any Donkey Kong we've ever had before.
Yeah.
And I don't know, dude. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing. I mean, I'm hoping that maybe Donkey Kong gets the Sonic treatment, you know. Dang it, dude.
Well, I didn't know if we were going to go there with the Switch 2, but you know, here's my 2 cents, because you didn't ask for it. I'm going to get it because I'm a Nintendo fanboy, but it's like, did they do enough to make it different? And I'm like, why did they call it the Switch 2, man? They've never done that. They've never been like a 2. You know, there's like the PlayStation 2, 3, 4, 5. They never did that. And now they've like stooped to the Sony level.
Well,
am I wrong there? Have they ever called anything a so-and-so 2?
Well, I mean, no, but kind of. So there was the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then there was the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. So that was the evolution. That was NES 2, essentially.
So if they called it the Super Switch, though, would you be happier with that versus Switch 2?
I think no. I honestly don't like that. I don't like the way that sounds. Like I appreciate the aspect of like going back, you know, but it doesn't sound right, dude. It doesn't roll off the tongue. So and then there's the Wii, and then there's the Wii U, which again,
what does U stand for?
You like you play it.
You
know?
Get to play the Wii, and you get to play the Wii.
We get to play you.
We get to play you by making you buy this system.
Yeah, dude.
And Nintendo's going to play me because I will get the Switch 2. I am getting it. As of this recording, I don't have it. As of the release of this, I don't have it in my hands, unfortunately. No. But
dude, this is you know, side note while we have a personal conversation. So I sent you a link. I text you a link to sign up for a drawing to go to like one of the like launch events or whatever. I sent it to you last night.
Oh yeah,
I picked the one in Dallas on Friday or whatever.
signing up
like,
right now
yeah, it's
on
like
the channel.
Late April 25th, Friday at 10 a.m. That's when I signed up. And again, it's a drawing. Like, I don't know when the drawing is going to happen. I don't know when dude, I hope I get to go. You know, I hope Nintendo like looks at my Nintendo account and goes like, yeah, this dude's a real one. Like,
Did you add me as your guest?
I did not.
That's sad, man.
Well, I don't think I had that option.
I don't think you did either. My son's name is on there already. It's like I guess I'm signed into my Nintendo account.
Yeah.
Clicking this box. Yeah. See, I was gonna do this last night when I saw this, but I thought that I was like buying a ticket. So this is just for a drawing.
Just for a drawing. So yeah, that's
Okay.
like
That would be hilarious if one of us won.
Dude, that's the thing, man. Like, I hope that one of us wins, so that we can go and, you know, like experience, like, because that's the thing, man. Like, we're now a gaming channel, and you know, I understand that like we're fresh, we're new, we're not gonna get like all the cool gaming stuff. You know, like, but I mean, that would be great, dude. I hope one day we can get like an early release copy of a video game so that we can play it on the channel as like a live stream or something. And like,
yeah, dude.
Like, I would love that, man. Like, I'm so excited for that possibility. And this would be a great like kind of first start, dude. And
I want a custom controller, dude. That's what I'm looking. I need someone to build me a controller,
I know.
dude.
You're all about the custom controllers, and I'm like, who cares? Like, I just, you know, my standard,
Trusty, dude.
Yeah. Just
Did you have to have any of those rebuilt by chance?
no. I don't know. I mean, you have kids, so
Yeah, they got
that's
little crusty
probably why.
Boogies
Like,
getting under there and stuff. So
yeah, dude. I wash my hands before I play any video game, and I rarely, if I snack while video gaming, I have like a bag of something and I dump it into my mouth so I don't have to like
I like that.
sully my hands.
Did you ever get the little like tongs that I sent you that one time? The gamer tongs?
No, and I don't know why, dude. Like
it's game changer, dude.
I know, man.
Because they sit on the outside of your hands, so you can hold your controller, and you still keep the tongs on while you're playing, and then you can like tong. Yeah, you tong in, and when I first saw it, I was like, "There's no way I'm grabbing a Dorito with this." No, dude, there's a lot of dexterity in this design.
That's cool.
It's good, dude. It's good. I'll send it to you after we record again. So it's at the top of your of your text message list. But yeah, dude, I would love to go to the Switch 2 like sort of pre-release. That would be really cool. And the possibilities of things like that, you know, dude, the world is our oyster.
I know.
You know,
well,
kind of.
Dude, I wish.
Maybe.
I honestly, I mean, that's the thing, man. Like being a content creator. No, I don't want that. Being a content creator is a very unique experience, and for those of you out there that, you know, like get the idea of like, yeah, man, I'm going to do this and I'm going to like overnight sensation and yada, yada. Like, it happens. Okay. It is a thing that happens. But then there's also the other side where it's like you struggle in obscurity for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, you have to be okay with that. And it's, if you're lucky to get an idea that's like fresh and new and that people like latch onto, awesome, good for you. If you're lucky to be blessed with good looks, that's also another thing that like also good for you. Yeah, as you can see, neither of us were blessed in the looks department. I mean, I think Seth is a handsome man.
Shout out in the comments if you think we're handsome men.
Yeah, I actually, honestly, like, please, my confidence could use a
or
boost,
not. I mean, actually, if not, just don't say anything. So
you can be brutally honest with me. You know, I appreciate that. Like,
is this one of those like roast me requests? You know,
it's sort of. I mean, I think I don't want to like open myself up to people being like super brutal. But you know, be perfectly honest. You know, as a man, I don't get a lot of compliments out in the wild, and that's fine. And I also try to, I don't want to say avoid human contact. Like my job is very social. Um, that's the one thing that I hate about this game is that like your stuff just poofs at one point. So you got to go back, you got to craft. But no, man, like who couldn't use a little confidence boost every now and again? You know what I mean? Like, and I try to dude, it's tough. Like as a dude, like there are people that I see out in the world and I'm just like, man, I think that is a really like awesome shirt. Or and I will mention that, like especially at like conventions, it's super easy to just be like, hey, your shirt's awesome, I love it. And like those are the only compliments that I get, honestly. It's, you know, like every time I wear my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hat, somebody comments on it, and I love that, dude. Like if I'm feeling blue, I'll wear that hat and I'll go to the grocery store. Like
I had a guy,
it's great,
give me a compliment on some jeans I was wearing not too long ago, and it was nice, man. I got, you know, it was a man complimenting another man, and it was good. It was a good exchange. Speaking of, I want to take it back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna butcher this girl's handle on Instagram, but there was like this back in the 90s. There was like this news thing about this like girl, this teenage girl, who was obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and she was buying up movie props from the movies and like had like the heads and stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen any clips from this, but like she had just gotten her own job. Maybe she was 18, maybe she was like freshly out of high school or something, but her parents were being interviewed and they're like, yeah, she's taking out bank loans to buy these Ninja Turtles movie props and stuff, but it's her money. She can do whatever she wants. And it like shows her bedroom and it's like covered in like all this Ninja Turtle stuff. Well,
they showed a girl's bedroom.
What? So she I like read the comments as I often do. And people are like, yeah, dude, she's still around. Her handle on Instagram is like Calabunga Susan or something like that.
Awesome.
And dude, yeah, she's still like major into Ninja Turtles, and like her shtick is like every video she makes, she just sits there like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, teenage, and it's funny. I'm surprised she doesn't have more followers than she does, but yeah, I thought that was cool, man. I appreciate people who get hyper fixated on things and like stick to it, like it's their life's calling. Yeah. Whereas I often get really into things and then I'm not so into those things, like, you know, sometime
ADHD later. Bro.
Yeah. So, you know, that's really why we're doing this 2-year journey, guys and gals, is to like fight against our ADHD tendencies.
While also tickling it, because we're doing a new game every time we record.
That is true. Yeah, very, very true. Much to our like detriment, though, back to like the content creator thing, we would probably do much better if we were just a Nintendo channel, or if we only played Mario games. Like the Mario community would circle around us. You know, we're getting a lot of love, but if you like Mega Man 3, you may not like Animal Crossing, and so you're going to skip the Animal Crossing episodes. The idea, though, is that there's something here for everybody. Yeah. And this IGN list, check out the links in the description, is huge. It's mega. Let us know in the comments, like, what are you guys looking forward to seeing, like, on that list? Do you think there's a game? We called it out a couple episodes ago. There's no Sonic games on that list. Like,
I know, dude.
How did they get
so mad?
The shaft, dude? They just said, like, nah, we don't like Sonic, or it's not significant enough. There's some obscure games, at least in my mind, on that list. And you're telling me that Sonic, it's such a beloved franchise that they made 3 freaking mega successful movies with Jim Carrey about it, and you didn't even put it on your list. So anyway, that's my only gripe on that list, is probably Sonic was a big miss.
Yeah, dude, Sonic 2, man. Well, and I get like Sonic 3 when it came out was kind of a rush job, and if memory serves, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but like there was supposed to be a McDonald's Happy Meal toy collaboration back when McDonald's had the pull to force companies to do stuff they didn't want to do. So they released Sonic 3 early, And then when they had like the Sonic and Knuckles, which if you remember it, it was like this cartridge that you put a cartridge into. Like it had a little flip top. Like you could plug in just Sonic and Knuckles and play some levels, but then you could plug in any other game. So Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and you could play as Sonic in any of those games. It was super cool, dude. So like super innovative for the time.
That is cool.
Yeah, and so, but Sonic and Knuckles was essentially the end of Sonic 3 that they didn't have time to like tweak and put out because McDonald's was like, yo, we need you to make this happen.
We need toys.
Yeah, dude. Well, it was like a simultaneous release, and like now, you know, McDonald's will do a toy collab and it won't really like have anything specific with it. Like they do stuff with movies, but then it'll be like, oh, here's a generic Transformers collaboration. But there's no new shows or movies or anything that comes out with it. It's like, sure, it's property, whatever.
Well, I think that's
dude.
I think that's a good place to end it. Sorry, Sonic's not on the list, but there's a lot of other things on the list. Check it out in the link. There's all kinds of ways that you can help support the channel, and we really appreciate it. The biggest one is just hitting the subscribe button.
Hit it.
And from all of us here at Nerd Leading the Nerd, come back soon.
Because we'll be waiting.
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
We love to talk about all things nerdy.
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
We talk about pretty much everything we love here.
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
Seth and Drew are your friendly tour guides.
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
So sit back and relax and enjoy the ride with
Nerd Leading the Nerd. What? Nerd Leading the Nerd.